Hey guys, it's Jason here. So this is a video basically, it's kind of an update slash showing how I've done my limiting straps on my Revo 2.0. I've kept the stock electronics. I haven't had any issues yet. Hopefully it stays that way. I've upgraded the cooling though. I've got the Yaw Racing twin tornado fans in there. I have those on my Reaper and I like them a lot. They do a really good job. They're a little loud, but they do a really good job. I do have the Dusty Motors shroud coming, which will help keep, the inside clean, keep the stones and stuff. Hopefully most of the stones and stuff away from the fans, because these are plastic. You can buy aluminum ones, but they're pretty expensive, and I've never had a problem with these on my Reaper, so I'm thinking with the shroud it should help. I've got the aluminum rod ends in there. Pro Line MX38s, wheels and tires, XT90 connectors. I removed the plastic brace in the back and ran the older one. This one's been around for a while. Aluminum brace in the back. But what I want to show you guys in this video is basically the way I mounted my limiting straps. I did something a little different than what's kind of commonly done right now on Revos. I wanted something a little cleaner, something that just looks a little more stock. Like it could have came kind of from the factory sort of thing. So on here, on the rocker, I've got a spacer. It's a package. I don't have the package anymore, but there was just a package of hot racing little tiny aluminum spacers. You get a bunch of different sizes. It wasn't very expensive, so I just grabbed that. And I've got those sitting in here. I got a slightly longer screw, but the screw does go right through the rocker. Here, these were the original holes from that plastic mount, or like this one here, but the one for the rear, the brace. So I had tons and tons of screws laying around. Well, those aren't usually laying around. They're usually put away, but for tonight they're messy. Anyways, I added just longer screws. There's a little tiny spacer in there too. So I've gone with it on the rear that way. On the front is not ideal, only because these do rub a little bit on this thing. Now, to be fair, they don't rub a lot. As you can see, just the way the strap moves with the suspension. So the way I look at it, guys, the strap I think was 12 bucks. I'll see how this goes. See if I get any fraying on the strap. I might try to figure out something underneath it. I don't know if I can, try to, cut a piece of fuel tubing in half and put that under there and see if I can glue it under, like glue the fuel tubing to this brace type thing. I don't know how the glue will act with the fuel tubing, but just so that it kind of rubs on something a little smoother, a little softer instead of this plastic. But again, guys, for 12 bucks, I'll see how it goes. I've got little spacers and a slightly longer screw here. These could be longer. I'm going to have to order some or find some. The fronts, I had already longer screws. And again, I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but you can see the kind of the screw pokes through a little bit. So it's got lots of meat to grab a hold of. I was kind of worried by, again, adding the spacers that I might, slightly bend the screw a little bit if I do like a hard hit or something. But I'll see how that goes first. I may upgrade the rockers to aluminum. So I'll have the limiting straps, the aluminum rod ends, and the aluminum rockers if I have a problem. I'm not going to do it right away, but if I notice that the screw is pulling out or any type of issues like that, then I may upgrade the rockers at that point. And again, still, I got to do something back here just because, I'm not super happy with this, but I don't know. I'll see how it goes. I'm not, again, for 12 bucks, guys, I'm not too worried. In the back, the minute you compress, the strap completely moves away from the shock anyways. So that's nice. But anyways, yeah, guys, that's what I did. Like I said, it's a little bit different than some of the other setups that are out there. But I kind of knew when I got this truck and I'd seen seen a couple of the things that people have done that I wanted to do something a little different, just something a little more cleaner. My goals with this truck is kind of, what I've done in the past. I've had a few brushless Revos, like the original ones, and one of them I built up really nice, not super modded in the sense like, have every single aluminum piece, but just where it needed the upgrades, I did it. Wherever I could make an improvement, or if I broke something, I made an improvement. It took me a while to build it. I don't know why I ever sold it, but I did. But it was a great truck, and it was a lot of fun to drive, and I could take it out and, kind of abuse it and have a good time with it. And it near the end, it was taking it. I want to do a lot of that with this truck. I don't know. I've got to start researching the rod end, see if I can upgrade those to RPM. And just lots of those little things that, you know, I can try to prevent from having issues with. And that's kind of, this truck so far has kind of been that. I haven't driven it a whole lot. I've taken it out in front of my house. There's a couple places I've gone with it. But for the most part, I won't enjoy this truck until I get it kind of to where, like I said, my other one was. I want to be able to, you know, run this thing pretty hard. I'm dealing with the stock electronics for now. I really hate replacing stock electronics right away in a vehicle, just because, I mean, hey, that's part of the price of you know, when you buy a Revo, you're paying for that motor and speed control. And I never really understand people that change them right away. I know that obviously, yeah, if you go with a Tekken, or if you go with a, you know, a better Castle product, you know, you are getting a better system. But I mean, again, I'm not going to do it right away. So once this thing starts giving me a hassle, now then I'll do it. But so far, again, guys, knock on wood, I've managed to. It's been okay for me. The motor's gotten a little bit hot. That's why I went with the big fan. That seems to have helped. So, anyways, guys, like I said, this was meant to be a short video, and I've already reached about 6 minutes. But I just wanted to show you guys what I did with my straps and kind of how it's been going. Body-wise, I'm still running the stock body there, but I think I'm going to eventually go to a truck body, just because I kind of like that look. I always like the look of the Nitro Revo, that truck more look type thing. So I'll see. I'm not too much in a rush. The body is still in great shape and stuff like that. So, but anyways, guys, take care and have a good night.